Hello, ladies and gentlemen, sports enthusiasts. Welcome back to FNEWS.AI, the leading sports news channel. Today, we will update new developments on NFL tweaks IR rules to allow players to return from the list in the postseason. Follow along now.
The National Football League, or NFL for short, has recently made a significant adjustment to its injured reserve, or IR rules. This change is expected to have a noticeable impact on the dynamics of the postseason. This new rule change allows teams to bring back up to 2 players from the IR list during the postseason. This adjustment will enhance the strategic choices available to both coaches and general managers. The modification is part of the NFL's ongoing efforts to adapt and optimize the league's regulations for today's fast-paced and injury-prone game environment. Injuries are an inevitable aspect of any physical sport, and the NFL is no exception. As the regular season progresses, teams often find their rosters depleted due to injuries, which can drastically alter the competitive balance. The previous IR rules did allow players to return, but the process was quite stringent and less accommodating, especially towards the end of the season. By allowing 2 players to return during the playoffs, the NFL aims to ensure teams can compete at their highest level, giving fans a product that is not overly affected by mid to late season injuries. This change is especially beneficial for teams that have suffered crucial injuries to key players. For instance, should a star quarterback or a critical defensive player get injured but could recover within the season, they now have a pathway back into play during the most crucial part of the season. It's worth noting that this rule doesn't increase the total number of players eligible to return from IR during the entire season. Instead, it provides teams the flexibility to activate 2 additional players specifically for the postseason, ensuring they have as strong a squad as possible during the playoffs' high-stakes games. To clarify, the IR list is a designation used by NFL teams to add players who are injured and expected to miss significant time. When a player is placed on IR, they are temporarily removed from the team's active roster, which allows the team to sign a replacement player. Before this rule change, bringing a player back from IR involved a waiting period and was usually done with great caution due to the limited availability of return spots. It is also important to understand that these changes do not compromise the integrity of the game. Player safety remains a top priority. The NFL has stringent medical checks to ensure that any player returning from IR is fully fit to play. This due diligence is crucial, considering the high injury risks involved in professional football. By implementing this rule, the league strikes a balance between maintaining competitive fairness and maximizing player safety, a win for both teams and athletes. The new rule has been met with widespread approval within the NFL community. Coaches appreciate the additional roster flexibility, while players welcome the clarity and the opportunity to contribute to their team's success when it matters most. This change can also enhance viewer engagement, as fans will witness the league's top talents taking the field, leading to more gripping and high-quality games during the playoffs. Furthermore, this rule change might influence how teams manage their rosters throughout the regular season. Knowing they have the option to bring back 2 players for the postseason, teams might be more strategic in managing player workloads and dealing with injuries. This could lead to fewer long-term injuries as teams opt for precautionary approaches, ensuring players heal properly before rushing them back into action. The adjustment is part of the NFL's broader trend of modernizing its regulations to keep pace with the evolving landscape of professional sports. Over the past few seasons, the NFL has introduced several rule changes aimed at enhancing both player safety and the quality of the competition. The league continues to study game data, health reports, and feedback from teams to refine its policies in a way that benefits all stakeholders. In conclusion, the NFL's decision to allow 2 players to return from the IR list during the postseason is a forward-thinking move that underscores the league's commitment to competitive balance and player safety. This strategic flexibility will undoubtedly shape the way teams approach injury management and game day rosters, ensuring that the pinnacle of the NFL season, the playoffs, showcases the very best of the sport. Fans can expect more resilient teams and, ultimately, more compelling football games as a result of this important regulatory change.